This is
Oh man, this is funny in hindsight, huh?
this is hysterical.
Oh god, have you seen the team super between himself and Zyle?
Yes.
Having the opponent like strapped to a table, and they're just just laughing with each other, like talking about what they can do.
And then immediately,
I was like, man, I feel.
And then it cuts to it, and then the TV screen cuts out. They put an error screen over the TV.
Yeah.
Please excuse our technical difficulties while we do not show you Mayuri ripping someone's colon out.
I was gonna say, man, I feel worse for Soken now. Fuck. Like having this over you while you're strapped to a table? No, thank you.
Also, this is a thing that happened like a year after the manga ended. Kubo cosplayed Mayuri. This specific form of Mayuri, you're gonna have to throw in a few pictures of that because they do have that from different angles too, and it is terrifying seeing a live-action version of this rendition of Mayuri.
Yeah. It's I can't believe that was actually Kubo himself, Mr. usually wearing sunglasses, who did that.
Yeah, the guy that did the very mid-2000s badass pose, shades and arms crossed.
Yep.
God,
it's him. It's him. It's John 2000s.
God, the 2000s were terrible.
Yeah. Not only just for Bush, but for other reasons.
Yeah. Mayuri went through a plethora of designs. My favorite is still his very first one, just because it's really funny to think that Mayuri debuted with a mohawk.
Yeah, I think this is still my favorite look, just because the lion look has always just been the fucking funniest to me. And also it does, offer good framing to his face.
Yeah, the Sphinx look is...
Man.
The Sphinx look is pretty neat.
Yeah, I also just thinking about the shit that these two do against,
Nemu.
Nemu does against, the right hand. God damn, dude.
Pernita. Yeah, but also, okay, so I haven't gotten to this yet, but in the manga, when, Zyle does the thing where he merges out of Nemu's body, he doesn't turn into a cloud of pink smoke like he does in the anime. No, he literally explodes out of her body, and Mayuri has to put her back together.
Literally just aliens himself right outside of her, yeah. And now this. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry, dude, I was storing some experimental drugs inside of Nemu. Things are getting slower.
They put the voice filter. Oh, also to make everything sound like it's going at like 0.5 times speed or something. Also, I probably talked about this the last Bleach game that covered Wako Mundo that we did, but in the dub, Zyle Opera Grants is voiced by what was his name? Ben Diskin. And except that he has two different credits, where when he appears in the first half of Wako Mundo against Guryu and Renji before it cuts to the filler arc, he's credited as Matt Hill, I think.
Huh, that's a funny alias.
But no, the voice is exactly the same, but he claims it's a different guy, and he's been asked about this, and he says, no, that's still a different guy. He had to go back to his home state to take care of his father, that's why he only has one credit in the world. Yeah, totally.
Alright, okay, weird. Sure.
Sure, I believe you, even though the voice is literally just still your exact voice between both renditions. What?
Maybe they found someone to magically do a really, really good sharp impression of him. Whatever.
No,
likely.
Not fucking likely. See, now we get the resolution to this fight, and he's gonna go balls out.
We were just talking, I was also just thinking about Zyle also popping off hell again. It's just very... also the flashbacks, the point of view from his perspective, that I've been sitting here for literally days. Please just stab me so I can die already. I can be free of this hell torment.
No, I've been waiting for him to stab me for 100 years. And no, I'm sorry, I think it was Hank Matthews might have been the name. Matt Hill's another actual guy.
Oh. Oh god, there was such a giant gap there from him doing a low sweep into the slash from him. That was weird just now. Sorry, I'm related. The full connect.
Yeah, that was.
I'll give this kendo thing another try. Just rip.
There go all his arms.
There's the multiple arms.
With all 46 of my arms.
And so it was on this day that Kenpachi released another one of the things inhibiting him.
Did you
actually
know,
deciding to use 2 arms?
Did you know that if you swing a sword with 2 arms, it becomes stronger? Fucking yeah,
of course,
dumbass.
Everyone knows that. And then Kenpachi's like, no, I don't think you know just how much stronger it gets. Which, to be fair, yeah. Although with Kenpachi's strength, I don't imagine it actually adds. I mean, it would add double the strength probably, but I think also he's using 2 hands, you also raise your your guidance, unless he's doing some fusion shit with his hands where it's not just a double increase. It's 2.5 or something, some fusion dance shit. I don't know.
Do you know every level of restriction that Kenpachi employs?
Yes, you asked me this in the last playthrough. In fact, I do.
Okay.
The eye patch, the bells, not using 2 hands, and I did say that the whole name thing, but that's obviously not quite there.
It's really funny how for several years it was just assumed that Ichigo and Kenpachi were categorically one and the same with having a perma-shikai, and it's like, no, Kenpachi was just being stupid and didn't know his sword his entire life.
I mean, it is a reasonable assumption, honestly, given that you're a fucking captain, and you do need to have a Bankai active in order to become a captain. So it's not unreasonable to assume that, but it's your sword would have some function if it wasn't a Shikai. That's the trick here.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh god, this man with a functioning sword, what would that fucking be like? And yeah, he can slice a meteor in half, so point taken.
Just thought it was funny back there at the last couple of camera pans where Hime was standing right behind him, staring at Ulquiorra, looking not very nonplussed. She doesn't even mind being here right now. Also,
I know plenty of people who would not mind standing behind Ulquiorra personally.
Your wife is one of them.
Yes.
This is one of the details I actually had to fix between games, is correcting the color of Murcielago to its actual teal color. Because in previous games it was either yellow or black or something. That's Ulquiorra's sword, by the way.
Okay, I figured. I was thinking that might be it, but it's been a while since I actually seen his regular release date and not just Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, that form that's in.
I want this form of Ulquiorra to be better, but just from what all I've seen with the summoning mechanic of this base form, I don't think there's much besides a strike throw mix up he has out of the back stance. So, nah.
I don't see him rising above a B tier in this form.
Yeah, from everything I've seen before, I don't think this form does have much beef to it. I know people do regard his resurrected state as a little bit more of a beefy boy, but yeah, at least in 7 anyway.
That's because it has multiple functions and much higher range.
Yeah, I mean, fucking the throw, it comes from the tail. It's got so much range to it. Oh my god.
That, and he has a healing move.
True. God, I can't wait to actually. So, I know I mentioned live already that I am looking into doing Heat of Soul 7 myself, and I'll put in a lot more research into it. One of the things I'm looking forward to is actually putting some serious mileage on all the side modes and utilizing all the characters. And needless to say, gonna be channel points on the line. If people want me to use a character, I'll fuck with them.
You'll be happy to know that because I've never used them, I have 35,000 points.
Well, you'll be having a fun time then. That was a very funny thing. So I realized, oh yeah, there's not just 1, but 2 additional story things for this game. Excuse me.
Yes.
One is Turn Back the Pendulum, I think.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was like, that's not 7. And then there's another little, like how we just have that in here. Another thing is from one of the movies, Fade to Black. Yeah, Fade to Black. Yeah, I think so.
We have all of the movies to this point in this game.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Senna's playable. Other dude with Hiromaru is playable. Fuck.
Yep. You might want to throw this in back there for a second. It's actually the cover to this game. Halibut is on the cover to this game despite only appearing in a single fight that doesn't have any provided story context.
And it's so weird. Like, you think we would just go ahead and splash... Okay. Were you dying a lot?
Probably.
Yeah, honestly, I've experimented with this form, and yeah, people already regard base T as being pretty strong as it is, so honestly, I can't say I blame you at all.
Oh no, she's super strong.
Oh yeah, she's got mad fucking block strings, so honestly, no, I don't blame you at all. She's gonna be one of the characters I try to put a lot of time into.
And that grab, that you can perform from the building across the road.
Yep. Almost as incredible as Marth grab range in Melee. Sorry, more references. God, how fucking good his circle attacks are. Shit.
I think he's actually kind of weak. Although I will take his Shikai form in this game any day over his Bankai form. I think playing as Daigo and Hiromaru sucks.
I remember it was one of my more preferred forms to play as in Heat of Soul 2, and it was pretty fun back then. God, that's a weird looking dragon he spits out. I don't remember how Daigo and Hiromaru plays in this series, so that's gonna be interesting to fuck around with. I remember that the dash is weird though.
If you don't hit your first strike, you are literally going to be flying past the enemy at all times, not hitting them, leaving you free for punishes. So if your first strike gets blocked or whiffs, you are fucked.
I have been noticing, unfortunately, that a lot of characters in this series, especially 6 and 7, not more so, but it is still present, that it's a bit of an issue. Where you'll have like a massive combo string and they'll just drop out of it like constantly. It's one of the issues with base Grimjow in this game. Ugh. Wow, we do have a lot of ground to cover for stories, don't we? Oh yeah, and the last thing with Ryuken, I think his name is.
Yes.
Yeah. I think so.
Yes. Yeah,
okay,
that's
cool.
his name.
Literally just translates to Dragon Sword, poggers. Or Dragon Fist. One of those two.
Yes. Now let us turn back the pendulum 110 years, so we know what the hell is going on, and why.
So we have a moderate amount of setup, so this isn't completely out of left field. And I still didn't watch this arc until 2020. It was a very fun experience, getting to experience not only Bleach with you for the first time, but also getting to experience Dub Bleach, because fuck me, I don't get to experience Dub Bleach too often.
Still remember that I gave you the first 4 Blu-ray sets for like a year and a half, and you never ended up touching them.
Well, being on a parallel sleep schedule with your wife tends to do that to ya. Rip.
No,
okay, I've been making up for lost time watching a bunch of other shows with her.
No, but even before that point, I think. No, when I gave those to you, you were still in Tempe.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It does take a little bit of willpower to start a long-running shonen.
If you haven't been able to get through Dragon Ball or original Naruto, both of which are shorter than Bleach, I don't see Bleach happening. Not for lack of interest, but for length. And Bleach doesn't have a Kai. Which actually is...
Bleach, I actually would not have an issue with doing it these days. It's more so sitting down and being able to... If I'm having trouble sitting down to watch Dragon Ball Kai, I have issues with I'm gonna have issues with Bleach, but I do really want to watch all Bleach, like cover to cover.
Yeah, that's a great experience I've been having. It's the funny thing though is that you can actually cut those plants. There are people on the internet who have made One Piece Kai and Naruto Kai edits that you can download and watch in digestible formats. I don't know how I feel about those, really. It feels a little cheap. But no one's done that for Bleach yet, which is funny, because if you're taking filler out of Bleach and condensing all the crap, you could probably get it to below 100 episodes.
I mean, maybe.
Depending on how much you're Kaifying it.
So, if you were to Kai a series as your own as a fan edit, That on the one hand, I respect the effort, but on the other hand, you have to edit a lot. So that might be a bit of a vain effort, if I'm being completely honest. Because you have to do a lot of cutting in order to make things work.
More than just cutting, and more than just making sure your audio and video stays synced, you have to maintain continuity.
Yup. As well as cutting a lot. So, yeah. Oops. Anyway, so past Shinji here. It's kind of cool.
It's the same. They're the same version.
I never really liked how he looks in the old days, if I'm being honest.
The captain's Howery.
Yeah, it like the hair just doesn't look great for me with the bangs and the long hair.
No, the short hair does it much better, especially in the Blood War where he gets the 45-degree angle cut.
It's wrong to say I literally always forget that Rose was a captain once.
I don't exactly blame you. It seems like
he seems like the least impressive one in this whole series. Like, if I'm being honest, like
apparently,
even Amagai is a more convincing captain than him.
Apparently, Soul Society probably would have forgotten too, because one of the first things they tell you during this captain's meeting is that Rose has only been a captain for 3 years at this point, so he was basically a baby compared to everyone else.
Oof, yeah, that's not even baby. That's like fucking like cell mass right there in the womb. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Versus Yamamoto's like infinity years.
So we know that the previous war happened 2,200 years ago, but he's speculated to be around 4,000 years old, I think. If the numbers...
Put it to you like this, guys. If 100 years did not do anything physically to this man whatsoever, you know he's fucking ancient.
And put some sense of perspective, Rukia and Renji are 150 years old.
Yeah. So... it's unfortunate that when you look at the series now, Yamamoto had to die because his death would signify the true passing of the guard from the old generation to the new one, to signify the real change for the Soul Society to make it better.
You fucking kidding me right now? You gonna say something like that and not say passing the torch? You fucking real? You real?
Fuck. I'm sorry, my internal encyclopedia is running on... my internal thesaurus is running on an SSD, or sorry, HDD.
Floppy disk.
Floppy disk, yeah. So I didn't quite get that analogy immediately. Hey, a sprite Urahara with sleep under his name. Hell yeah.
He used to be a member of Squad 2, the Assassins Department.
I'm amazed anyone let Rose have the floofy shirt underneath his Hiyori, honestly. Huh.
Hey, everyone's is customized to a certain degree. Fucking, Lisa's wearing a skirt.
True.
And Kensei has the sleeveless variant.
I mean, yeah, just like you wouldn't think they'd allow them to go that far with like just something strap underneath it. But as long as it conveys the idea, I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
So this man, oh boy.
Do you remember the interesting thing we learn about the punishment force in the Pendulum? About the
I probably do, but I'm probably not remembering the details offhand. You'll have to remind me, but also for the audience.
Do you remember about the prison?
Was it that Mayuri was in prison? No, that couldn't have been it. Okay, yeah, you got to remind me.
That is a detail, but the secret prison, known only to the punishment force, known as the Maggot's Nest.
Oh, yeah, okay. I do remember that, but I don't remember what exactly you're alluding to about it. The scaling's heavy, but fucking this is the combo is well worth it. Sometimes, guys, you just gotta do a combo to make a statement.
Hey, she tried to do it to me.
Yeah,
it's too funny not to. So, any lawbreakers in Soul Society get sent to the Maggot's Nest. The Maggot's Nest is a prison where you are deprived of all outside contact, of course. Also kept, I believe, in close proximity, maybe, to hollows. There's no such thing as parole. If you're in for life. And on top of that, literally everyone gets sent there. Not only Lawbreakers, but Soul Reapers, when they've gone past their combat functionality, they don't retire. They get sent to they get sent to a prison facility, a torturer's prison facility, so that way the secrets of the Seirei can never ever be leaked ever. No information gets out.
Did that ever happen to someone prolific in the series, like, say, maybe a certain ancestor, Byakuya or something? Just tossing that out there.
They should have gone that way. I don't think... No, he never got... Koga never got sent to the Maggot's Nest, although that would have been the better way. No, what they opted to do to Koga Kuchiki was instead seal him in a tree. Yamamoto and former captain of Squad 6 Ginrei Kuchiki, Byakuya's grandfather, had to struggle to seal Koga Kuchiki in a tree. He already
very specific.
He already breaks her foot by trying to kick Urahara in the crotch, even though he's wearing a metal cup.